Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's packed with drama, deception, and a crucial lesson about whose voice we choose to listen to. It's all in 1 Kings chapter 22. So, the scene opens after 3 years of peace between Aram and Israel. King Ahab of Israel gets an idea. He turns to his officials and says, "Hey, doesn't Ramoth-Gilead belong to us? Why aren't we doing anything to get it back from the king of Aram?" It sounds like a reasonable question, right? Then King Jehoshaphat of Judah comes for a visit. Ahab sees an opportunity and asks him, "Will you go with me to fight for Ramoth-Gilead?" Jehoshaphat, being a good ally, agrees. He says, "I am with you. My people are your people, my horses are your horses." But then he adds something really important. First, let's seek the counsel of the Lord. This is where things get interesting. Ahab gathers about 400 prophets. Yes, 400. He asks them, "Should I go to war against Ramoth-Gilead, or should I not?" And in unison they all chant, "Go, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand." One of them, named Zedekiah, even makes iron horns and declares, "With these you will gore the Arameans until they are destroyed." It's a pretty big show of confidence. But Jehoshaphat is skeptical. All this positivity seems a little too good to be true. He asks, "Is there no other prophet of the Lord here whom we can inquire of?" Ahab's response is telling. He says, "Well, there is one more guy, Micaiah son of Imlah. But I hate him because he never prophesies anything good about me, only bad." Jehoshaphat insists, and so, reluctantly, Ahab sends for Micaiah. While they wait, the messenger sent to get Micaiah tries to coach him. He says, "Look, all the other prophets are saying good things. You should agree with them and say something good too." Basically, he is telling him to just go with the flow and tell the king what he wants to hear. But Micaiah is a true prophet. He replies, "As surely as the Lord lives, I can only say what the Lord tells me to say." So Micaiah stands before the two kings. Ahab asks him the same question. "Micaiah, should we go to war against Ramoth-Gilead or not?" At first, Micaiah says sarcastically, "Attack and be victorious, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand." He's mocking the other prophets. Ahab knows he's not being serious and demands the truth in the name of the Lord. And then Micaiah delivers the real prophecy. He says, "I saw all Israel scattered on the hills like sheep without a shepherd, and the Lord said, 'These people have no master. Let each one go home in peace.'" Then he reveals a vision he saw in heaven. He saw the Lord asking who would entice Ahab to attack Ramoth-Gilead and be killed. A spirit came forward and said, "I will entice him. I will be a lying spirit in the mouths of all his prophets." This is a powerful and sobering moment. God allowed a lying spirit to work through the 400 prophets because that's what Ahab wanted to hear. He had already made up his mind and was just looking for confirmation. He surrounded himself with yes men. As you can imagine, this didn't go over well. The false prophet Zedekiah slaps Micaiah and mocks him. King Ahab, furious, orders Micaiah to be thrown in prison and fed only bread and water until he returns safely from battle. Micaiah's final words to Ahab are chilling. "If you ever return safely, the Lord has not spoken through me." So what happens? Ahab and Jehoshaphat go into battle. Ahab, trying to be clever, disguises himself, but he tells Jehoshaphat to wear his royal robes. During the fight, the Arameans target the king of Israel. They initially go after Jehoshaphat, but when he cries out, they realize it's not Ahab and leave him. But then, a soldier from the other side fires an arrow at random. Just a random shot. And that arrow strikes King Ahab between the sections of his armor. He's mortally wounded and dies that evening. His army scatters, just as Micaiah had prophesied, sheep without a shepherd. This story is a powerful reminder to be careful about the advice we seek. It's easy to surround ourselves with people who only tell us what we want to hear. But true wisdom often comes from the voice that challenges us, the one that tells us the hard truth, not just the convenient lie. It challenges us to ask, are we listening for God's truth, or just for an echo of our own desires? Thanks so much for watching today. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into these incredible texts. See you next time.